Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dawn Sterling. We start with a crisis in the classroom tonight. Students of color make up almost half of all suspensions in Illinois. While efforts have been made to fix it, data suggests it is still happening. Our Monique Davis joins us now to break down how state leaders plan to handle this problem. Monique?
That's right. In 2016, a law was passed requiring school districts to exhaust all disciplinary options, including counseling and after-school programs, before suspending or expelling students from school. But Illinois State Representative Will Davis tells me some Illinois school districts still engage in exclusionary discipline. Data showed Illinois students of color in kindergarten through second grade were being suspended and expelled. Davis says to understand that there is a need for that type of discipline, he is sponsoring House Bill 3772, a new law that will prohibit expelling and suspending students in kindergarten through second grade. He says when students that young are expelled, it could leave them confused.
The challenge becomes, because they don't quite understand what they're doing, is that now you tell them they can't go to school anymore. And they're going, why can't I go to school? How come I can't see my friends? How come I can't, engage in learning?
Davis added as kids get older, there may be a need for exclusionary measures, but every discipline option needs to be exhausted before kids are sent out of school. Now, if students have to be suspended for more than 4 days, House Bill 3772 will require the superintendent to make sure that students receive educational support services. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Monique. Coming up on Fox Illinois News at 9, we dig into the data on how many Illinois K through 2nd graders are affected and the groups that disagree with this bill. And as this push continues, Illinois legislators are also pushing against the Homeschooling Act that would put regulations on homeschooling families in the state, requiring them to register with their local school district. The bill has since been stalled for the time being.
And crisis in the classroom. Students of color make up almost half of all suspensions in Illinois. While efforts have been made to fix it, data suggests it's still happening. A new Illinois bill could ban school districts from expelling or suspending some students. House Bill 3772, if passed, would keep kindergartners, first and second graders from being kicked out. Our Monique Davis joins us now to share their reasoning. Monique?
That's right. The Illinois State Board of Education tells me exclusionary discipline at a young age does not correct behavior. Instead, it leads to academic and social risks. Over the last 2 school years, the Illinois State Board of Education says 27,000 kindergartners, first graders, and second graders were suspended from school. Black students, who make up 16.5% of school enrollment, received 40% of suspensions, while special education students made up 16% of enrollment but accounted for 36% of suspensions. To lower these statistics, Illinois State Representative Will Davis is sponsoring a bill that would prohibit expulsions and suspensions for that age group.
No matter who that child is, and regardless of maybe what that child has done, they still should be learning something. Who knows, that educational support that they get may be the turning point in that child's life.
Davis says if students are being suspended without continued education support, it could cause risk factors that could affect their future.
We don't want to base the building of prisons based on the educational attainment of any kid by the time they reach 3rd or 4th grade, which seems to be the data point that lends itself to that.
The Illinois Principals Association agrees more needs to be done to help students, but says this legislation puts students and staff at risk. In a statement, they say principals across Illinois report increasing incidents of severe student behavior, disrupting classrooms and threatening the safety and well-being of both students and educators. We are working with lawmakers to find a balanced solution that protects learning environments, supports student growth, and keeps schools safe. This bill will also expand alternative learning opportunity programs to provide behavioral health services for K through 3rd grade students. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. The bill has passed out of the House and will be discussed in the Senate in the coming weeks.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more videos from Fox Illinois.